Hi everyone, welcome back. If you checked out my last video all about how to oxidize something using that gel liver of silver, we're going to do the exact opposite today. We're going to de-tarnish some silver. This is a method that you can use at home, very likely with stuff that you already have on hand. Best of all, it doesn't use any weird caustic chemicals. It does use baking soda. It does use tin foil. It uses a pinch of salt. And it uses some hot water. And this is very likely stuff that you already have on hand. So join me. I'm going to flip the camera down to show you the process. Hopefully the light stays with us. It's a little gray and rainy here today, but hopefully it stays light enough. Okay, so to start with, I have some silver jewelry that is just a little dingy. So this isn't even like the worst tarnish you can get, but these earrings and this ring all have to go out the door today to a client. And this ring, I just want to pretty up, but this one is probably the most egregious right now. Let's get you focused. Yeah, see all of those spots and see all of that like dirty tarnishy stuff. This one you can also see, if I hold it up a little closer. And the thing is, a lot of my work is really textural, like especially these guys. You can just see it's like a little dull right now, right? So a lot of my work is really textural. So, taking, say, a polishing cloth, like one of these to all of them, it doesn't really do enough because you're not going to get deep into those crevices. So if you also like textural silver jewelry or like making textural silver jewelry, this is likely going to be a great method for you to use. And the bonus is that it's actually pretty quick. So you're going to need a few things. So right now I have this container. It's actually just an old plastic soup container. One of my favorite tools to have on hand, plastic soup containers. And it is lined with tin foil. I'm going to plunk the jewelry down in there. This is baking soda in an old chicken noodle soup container. Told you guys I love old soup containers. So I'm going to sprinkle a little baking soda on there. And I don't know about you, but I suddenly start to like really notice the tarnish like right up against the white of the baking soda. I'm also going to add a pinch of salt. And you do want it pretty well covered by the baking soda and as much as possible touching the tin foil. I'm actually going to add a little bit more. Oops. And like I said, tin foil, baking soda, you most likely have this stuff on hand. And hopefully you have a way to boil water. So I just boiled water in the other room because I don't have a kettle in this room. And so I just filled up my lined thermos, normally my tea thermos, but today my boiling hot water thermos. So this is, I think I boiled this water like 5 minutes ago and it's been sitting in here. So this should work. So you're just going to pour it over the top. It's going to do that bubbly thing. Do some more bubbly things. And I'm just going to grab a little stick. Just going to stir it around, making sure that baking soda dissolves, make sure that things are touching the tin foil. And as best as I understand it, this is a chemical reaction that's happening between the tin foil, the baking soda, and the silver that's going to detarnish it instantly. One thing that I've noticed is that whenever I have something that's really severely tarnished, or let's say it's something that I use that liver of sulfur on to purposefully patina something, one of the things I've noticed is that this process and this mixture will actually start to smell a little sulfurous. These weren't super tarnished pieces, so I'm not noticing a ton of that right now, but just be prepared that that might happen. But you can see, like, look at how bright and shiny this is getting already. And let me just see if I can pick something up out of here. Yeah, and that's already like way different. And so this is another example of a piece, like it's got a nice matte finish on it. So I don't just want to use a polishing cloth to take that off because it'll take off the matte finish. But using this detarnishing technique, and this is suddenly much brighter. Let's see how this ring did. This ring has a ton of little tiny crevices in it. This one might need a little bit more time. But look at how much whiter that is already. Just going to put that in. And you can see like this is almost instant. So this wasn't, those dips that you can get, those are really great too, but this is, in my opinion, better. Uh, this also doesn't take the purchase of anything new. I mean, the likelihood that you have tinfoil and baking soda on hand and also a pinch of salt, it's pretty likely. And so you can do this pretty much at any time. So you don't have to wait to do it. You can just go ahead and do it and detarnish all of your silver. This also works really, really well on like large silver plate items. So if you've, say, inherited something from grandma and you're like, I don't know how to clean this up, and you want it to be bright and shiny, like this, something like this could work. You'll just need a larger container, more baking soda, more tinfoil. But it's a really great, easy way to just get your jewelry sparkling clean again. If you have gold that has also had issues with tarnishing, you can totally, totally do this with it too. So this is great on silver. This is great on gold. It's my preferred method of doing it because, like I mentioned, a lot of my work is very textural or has a specific matte finish, and I don't want to disrupt it. And so this lifts the tarnish right off. Thanks so much for joining me today to talk all about the easy at-home way, the homebrew way, if you will, of detarnishing your silver jewelry. I hope that you got something out of it. Please feel free to leave a comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel for more how-to jewelry videos and other jewelry tool videos. I also have a blog over on my website. You can find the link below. And please sign up for my email list where I announce new jewelry classes that are online and all kinds of other things. So thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you again.